Get clear, accurate stories that don't waste your time at WJBF.com.
Right now on News Channel 6 and 5, concerns about flock camera use in the community.
What the Richmond County Sheriff's Office is doing to make sure the technology isn't abused. As your news at 5 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 5.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jenny Montgomery.
I'm Brad Means. We do thank you for joining us. Coverage you can count on begins with 4 former Richmond County deputies, as we've reported, accused of misusing flock cameras.
Now Sheriff Eugene Brantley is speaking out about the changes his office has made and why he believes the public should continue to trust the technology. News Channel 6's Jartavius Edmond is live with more. Jartavius?
Jenny, I have news for the viewers who may not caught the 4 p.m. show. Today, Sheriff Eugene Brantley addressed questions about how the Sheriff's Office is moving forward, and here's what he had to say. One of the biggest changes Brantley described isn't something drivers will see on the road. He says the Sheriff's Office is now using a new artificial intelligence tool from Flock to help identify searches that may require review.
April of 2026, Flock introduces a way to audit the use of Flock through artificial intelligence. And so Flock identifies as anomalies kind of stand out, and we look at those on a case-by-case basis. And it's a very, very useful tool.
Brantley says the Sheriff's Office has also updated its training, requiring employees to review the policy changes and acknowledge the system can only be used for law enforcement purposes.
We've changed the way we train the use of Flock. Every officer signed stating that they know that Flock can only be used for these purposes. So those are some of the safeguards that we've put in place to make sure our deputies understand the severity of the misuse of Flock.
Last week, I told you about 4 former Richmond County deputies were accused of misusing the agency's Flock license plate reader system. I also spoke with people in the community about their privacy concerns and a neighboring law enforcement agency about the policy it has in place to prevent misuse. Today, I'm standing next to one of those same cameras as Sheriff Eugene Brantley explains how the technology is used. Oversight, he says, is in place and why the public should continue to have confidence in it. Take a look.
Flock has been catching a lot of flack because of the misuse.
Brantley says those changes are intended to protect something he believes is just as important as the technology itself: the public's trust.
We're going to hold people accountable if there's any misuse. To do this job, you have to have the trust of the public. And so that's why it's important for us to get through this investigation, to weed out those who misuse Flock and to move forward.
Brantley also pointed to a kidnapping investigation earlier today, saying Flock helped investigators identify the suspect's vehicle, which he says is an important tool as investigators continue to use this to help in a public safety concern. In Augusta, Jartavius Edmond, WJBF, News Channel 6.
In Burke County, deputies are searching for suspects after 2 of their Flock cameras were damaged. Deputies said cameras at the intersection of Old Waynesboro and Gresham Roads, plus the intersection of Highway 56 and Collins Road, were cut down and removed by unidentified suspects. Both cameras were damaged Sunday, July 12th, just after midnight. So far, no word on the identity of the suspects or how many there are. It's time now for our first check of the weather.
And for that, let's check in with our chief meteorologist, Jenna Petracci.
Well, it's still a hot day, but a little bit cooler than normal, with temperatures you can see are 2 degrees below normal in Augusta. That's putting us in the lower 90s. So we are a little bit below average for today. We're at 93 in Augusta, 93 in Aiken. Wrightsville, you're at 93 as well. Saluda at the 90-degree mark, and same thing in Crawfordville. Winds are coming out of the north. We're seeing a 14-mile-per-hour breeze in Augusta, 8 in Aiken, 7 in Waynesboro. And because we have winds out of the north, it is much drier with relative humidity only around 30%. So because of that, it's actually feeling like the actual air temperature outside for a change. No high heat index. In fact, it's only feeling like the upper 80s in some spots north of I-20. Now you're looking at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam over at SRP Park. We do have hazy sunshine. And for the game tonight, first pitch at 6:35 against the Columbia Fireflies. We'll be at 90 degrees to start, and it will still be staying very warm with skies mostly clear and light winds out of the north. I'll have more details on your forecast coming up, but back to you.
All right, Jenna, thank you. A Jenkins County school employee is facing charges. 40-year-old Hannah Hughes is charged with improper sexual contact. She's accused of having an inappropriate relationship with a high school student. Hughes worked as a parapro at Jenkins County High School. No word on her current employment status.
Well, a death investigation is underway after a body was found early this morning on Broad Street. The victim, 65-year-old Nathan Lewis Jr. Officers found his body inside of a trash can on Broad Street. No information on a suspect. We do know the sheriff's office is working this case, and there is going to be an autopsy.
Georgia is now less than 100 days away from the November midterm election. Still ahead, Golden Harvest is shining a light on local food pantries.
How the event today helped several organizations better serve this community. After the forecast.
The CSRA's favorite news app is now even better with easier access to local news, weather, and live streaming video. Download the News Channel 6 mobile app.
Injured? Call Austin Jackson, the Augusta guy.
I had never really been in an accident before. Austin Jackson's team, they explained everything.
I knew that he was taking care of the behind the scenes work, and that was like a heavy load off of me and my family.
As soon as I called Austin Jackson, I was assured that everything would be taken care of for me.
We take all the burden from the legal side off of our clients. We protect, we guide, and we assist the injured of our community after an accident.
Just announced Taylor Hyundai. To get the weather, you need to see the whole picture. That's why Live Viper 6 gives you the Skyview network. Get a live view of traffic and weather from all over the CSRA. Available online 24 hours a day at WJBF.com and the free Live Viper 6 mobile app. The WJBF Live Viper 6 Skyview network. Powered by Terry Lambert Hyundai. Low prices, big selection, and committed to quality customer service.
Whether you're seen on the big screen or you're impacting the local community in a big way, Black excellence is all around us, and we want to celebrate you. Every week, we are highlighting Black independent artists, mainstream entertainers, and inspiring entrepreneurs. And all these stories are right at your fingertips. Visit WJBF.com and count on News Channel 6, where we celebrate Black excellence every day.
Celebrating Black Excellence 365, only on News Channel 6.
Your most watched local news is getting a big plus. WJBF 6 Plus, now on demand. Whether you have Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, or Samsung TV Plus, our new streaming app is easy to download for your television. Plus, it's totally free with no subscription required. WJBF 6 Plus, built for the way you watch. WJBF 6 Plus is brought to you by the Mike Costello Law Firm. Do yourself a favor. Call the Mike Costello Law Firm.
Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back. It's a nice Thursday as we start out with our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam down in Allendale County. A mix of sun and clouds for us today with heat, but no humidity. It's not bad as we wrap up the month of July. We're sitting at 93 degrees, but for once, it's actually feeling a couple degrees cooler than the actual temperature, and that's because dew points are in the upper 50s, putting our humidity around 30%. So around the CSRA, we're even down to 88 degrees in Washington, 92 in Lincolnton, Barnwell and Aiken, you're at 93 degrees, 90 in Saluda, 94 in Sandersville. We have the stationary front to the south of us. Scattered showers and storms are also to the south of that, so impacting coastal Alabama down to Florida. But we have high pressure driving in a northerly wind that's bringing us the drier air with all the moisture staying to our south along that frontal boundary. So for tomorrow, we have back to school for several counties: Jenkins, Tolliver, Lincoln, and Wilkes. Actually, a cooler start to the day, not feeling quite like fall, but at least we'll be in the upper 60s for a change at the 7 o'clock hour. And then we'll be topping off in the lower 90s, just a little bit hotter than it was today, up to 95 in Augusta, 94 will be that high in Aiken tomorrow, very close to average. But we'll still have the lower humidity tomorrow. Dew points will be staying anywhere from the upper 50s to lower 70s. It will be a little bit more moist down towards the south. You can see that humidity creeping back in, especially as we get towards Friday evening. Dew points will be in the middle 60s for the most part tomorrow, though, then up to 70 on Saturday, and then it will be very humid on Sunday and Monday, and that goes hand in hand with some higher rain chances, up to a 70% chance of rain on Sunday, and we'll have a 50% chance both Saturday and Monday. So we could benefit from some more rain, and luckily the chance of severe weather looks pretty limited with this event, but we will have to watch for some minor flooding concerns. So here's our futurecast tonight at 7 p.m. We're staying clear with this stationary front to our south. We'll start out our Friday mostly sunny, then see a bit more cloud cover moving in Friday evening, and can't rule out a stray shower moving into our southeastern counties, but most of us staying dry. Then we'll see all of this moisture coming into the Florida Panhandle with a warm front approaching. So starting our Saturday dry, but then once we get to Saturday afternoon and evening, we are expecting that higher chance of rain. Once again, the chance of severe weather is fortunately low, but some rumbles of thunder and lightning possible. Then more widespread rain as we go into early Sunday morning. Then by Sunday evening, still going to be expecting this line moving in as the cold front passes, and that could be lingering in the area, keeping rain chances pretty high on a Monday at 50%. We'll be down to a 30% chance of rain on Tuesday. Notice the temperature is cooling down even more. We'll actually be anywhere from the upper 80s to low 90s over the next few days. And then even by the end of next week, still not too hot. Definitely not as bad as it could be for the start of August.
Yeah, it's much better.
Yeah, all right. Thanks a lot, Jenna.
Golden Harvest Food Bank highlighting partner food pantries. They did that at their annual conference today. It's a chance to give updates on what's happening at the food bank and let people network and wrap up some of their required training.
It's an opportunity for us to get all of our agencies that are partners with us under one roof, go over our annual food safety, civil rights, and TFAP training, and then also just talk about things that are coming up or affecting our network right now. Every day there are more people coming to the food pantry for the first time, and our number one fastest growing demographic is seniors.
Sometimes we think our neighbor is the person next door, but our neighbor expands more than that. Wherever I can extend out to help a neighbor, someone that's going through something, and if I have the capacity to help, that's my neighbor.
That conference is being held at the Produce Rescue Center and wraps up tomorrow afternoon. Great turnout.
Up next, a Connecticut teenager making history.
Why she is the first of her kind after the break.
Certified pre-owned at Cheap Cheap model. Looking to save money at your favorite local spots? With the new Super Savers app, the best local deals are right in your pocket. Browse dozens of coupons from businesses all across the CSRA. Anytime, anywhere. No printing, no hassle, just pull it up on your phone and save instantly. Support local. Spend less. It's that simple. Super Savers coupon. Saving you money for over 35 years.
The weather. It seems like it's always changing. That's why Live Viper 6 is always there. From cloudy days and rainy nights to scorching heat and everything in between, the CSRA's most trusted weather team is always working for you.
It is a Viper 6 alert day as we track severe weather.
So when the weather changes, always stay prepared. Anywhere, anytime. The Live Viper 6 weather team is coverage you can count on for the entire CSRA.
News Channel 6 and United Way of the CSRA teamed up to Stuff the Bus, collecting much-needed school supplies for local students. Thank you for giving your best this school year. We couldn't do it without your support.
Certified pre-owned. JeepCheap.com. F-150. Easy.
A 15-year-old in Connecticut is breaking down barriers in her hometown.
Yep, she became the city's first female Eagle Scout. Pretty impressive. Alyssa Taglia has more.
Yes. For Claire Mitchell, becoming the town of Windsor's first female Eagle Scout.
Oh, girl.
wasn't just about a badge and breaking barriers.
Yes, scouting really means like a lot to me, but also learning how to be cheerful and helping others.
Since joining Scouting America when it became co-ed in 2019, Claire worked her way through the ranks, earning more than 50 merit badges, and at age 14, achieved Scouting's highest honor, the rank of Eagle Scout.
Part of the process, well, first you had to do all the ranks to get up to the point where you can even do your Eagle project.
For her Eagle Scout service project, Claire knew exactly where she wanted to give back.
I first met Fidelco guide dogs when I was in Cub Scouts, and I really fell in love with their whole program and, teaching the dogs how to guide people.
She designed and helped build this outdoor training course.
My favorite part about the whole thing, it has to be either the tires or the suspension bridge here. It just gets them used to uneven surfaces, wobbly ground.
Meant to prepare future guide dogs for real-world situations.
It mostly focused on the senses, like touch, taste, smell, that sort of thing, so that the dogs wouldn't get distracted while guiding a person.
A lot of work and a lot of heart.
A lot of planning, not just like planning the actual project, but planning the fundraising. So I did a lot of fundraising for it. I actually made homemade dog biscuits and sold those to help fundraise.
Now, Fidelco Guide Dog Foundation says every dog that trains here will benefit.
It's going to help our future guide dog to build confidence, prepare them for their partnership for the future. We want to recognize Claire for her outstanding project for building this agility pen.
As for Claire, she hopes her accomplishments inspires others to follow the same path.
It really means a lot to me. I'm just really hoping that others get to follow me and also become Eagles.
Well, that does it for us for this half hour. There is more coverage you can count on at 5:30.
Including concerns about the fighting in Iran spilling into other areas in the region.
America's largest injury law firm.
For years, Augusta waited. Now, the wait is over. The Augusta Lynx are back and ready to take on the ECHL. A new era of hockey is coming to the Garden City in 2027, bringing back the passion, pride, and excitement that made Lynx hockey a tradition. The puck is about to drop on a new chapter, and you won't want to miss a moment. Be there when the Lynx take the ice. Season memberships and group outings are available now at AugustaLynx.com.
The winner isn't the fastest, the strongest, or even the toughest. It's the one who refuses to lose. Big hitter like man, does it feel good.
The CSRA is full of amazing women. Women who inspire. Women who innovate. Women who lead. That's why News Channel 6 brings you Women to Watch.
On the last Wednesday of each month, News Channel 6 recognizes local businesswomen who are making a positive impact in our community.
Nominate someone today at WJBF.com. Sponsored by the Barnes Law Office. Giving your best on News Channel 6. Amazing people doing amazing things for our community. That's what giving your best represents. Everyday heroes making a difference right here in the CSRA.
Do you know a local volunteer who goes the extra mile to help others? Nominate them for the Giving Your Best Award at WJBF.com/GYB.
Giving your best on News Channel 6. Proudly sponsored by ScienceGo, Piedmont Augusta, and Security Federal Bank. In a world of... The Live Viper 6 Skyview Network, sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai. Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 5:30.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dee Griffin. Nathan, thanks so much for joining us. Topping today's headlines, the Richmond County Sheriff's Office now enforcing new rules for flock camera use. We'll have a look at those rules. Also, Columbia County is set to house the largest data center in the United States. What the county manager says about this new investment. And Safe Homes of Augusta says a funding shortfall could make it more difficult to meet the growing need for services across the CSRA. Leaders say it costs about $1 million each year to operate the shelter that helps women, men, and children, but the organization receives just over $647,000 in funding. We'll have more on these headlines at 6, but first, new concerns about the war with Iran expanding. Time now for a first look at our weather with Chief Meteorologist Jennifer Tracci. Hey there, we're matching the
Hey,
orange
twin.
today.
Yeah. Well, we're matching the hot temperatures, which it is hot today, Dee, but it's not nearly as hot as it was earlier this week. We had a heat advisory to start the week with the heat index up to around 108. That's no longer the case. We're ending the month of July on a pretty nice note. We have temperatures in the lower 90s, 93 in Augusta, 91 in Aiken, even 88 in Crawfordville. And the key player in the forecast today is this northerly wind. Winds are at 14 miles per hour in Augusta, 6 in Aiken, 8 in Waynesboro. And that north wind is bringing in some drier air. So relative humidity is down to around 30%. That's very uncommon in July and August. So soak it up while it lasts. The heat index is the same as the actual temperature outside. So no 100 plus degree feels like temperature today. We're at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam showing some hazy sunshine over at SRP Park. And the first pitch tonight's going to be at 6:35 against the Columbia Fireflies. It will be a very warm evening. Once again, at least there's no humidity. 87 by 8 p.m., mostly clear skies. And then 85 by 9 p.m. with light winds out of the north. As we look ahead here, we're going to be mostly sunny still tomorrow, but then those rain chances start to ramp up over the weekend. I'll have more details coming up, but back to you, Dee.
Caffeine use is up among children, according to a new report from the CDC. It's something that's leading to thousands of ER visits among kids every year. For younger kids, sweet bakery products were the most common source, followed by flavored milk, candy, and soda, according to the CDC. For older kids, soda was the most common, followed by tea and coffee. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends that kids under the age of 12 don't consume any caffeine at all. For those over 12, the recommended limit is 100 milligrams per day, equivalent to about 1 cup of coffee. A father who admitted to giving his son the...
And now it's time for our live Viper 6 Neighborhood Network powered by Tempest. We do have that lower relative humidity today. It's not quite feeling like fall, but we'll take a 30 to 40% chance or 40% humidity any day in July and early August. You can see because of the low humidity, it's only feeling like the low to mid 90s out there. I'll have more details on how these tolerable temperatures will last coming up.
Tonight, after
Hammocks.
Is rainy weather putting a damper on your day? Enter to win your very own live Viper 6 umbrella today. Visit WJBF.com and click on contest. Then fill out the entry form for your chance to win.
Getting your hands on a live Viper 6 umbrella has never been easier. Lucky winners will be announced weekdays on News Channel 6. Who knows? It could be you.
Sponsored by Busby's Heating and Air. When quality matters, call Busby's.
Hi, I'm Mary Morrison with this week's community calendar. There will be a back-to-school food and supply giveaway at Greater Young Zion Baptist Church. It'll be held August 1st from 9 until 2 p.m. Free haircuts from 9 to 11. The church is located at 405 Sandbar Ferry Road in Augusta. Add your events. Log on to WJBF.com. Keyword Community Calendar.
For 50 years, one thing has never changed. When people in our community needed help, George St. Injury Lawyers was there. Thank you for trusting us for 50 years.
Time and temperature brought to you by Peachtree Pest Control, protecting what matters most.
Welcome back, everyone. It's time now for a look at what's trending. 3 years ago, just about all of New York City was mesmerized by Flacco, the owl, as he was spotted around Manhattan from uptown to downtown. And now, more than 2 years after his passing, a new documentary is offering a fitting tribute. Here's ABC's Danny New.
The escaped owl who became so famous and beloved. A documentary on his journey is now releasing nationwide 2 years after his passing.
He symbolized, resilience, hope, defying expectations.
Director Penny Lane's new film on the Eurasian eagle owl, Flacco, fittingly premiered last night in Central Park.
Flacco had New Yorkers looking up instead of at their phones.
About 3.5 years after vandals left a hole in his enclosure in the Central Park Zoo, suddenly a member of one of the world's largest owl species, native to a different hemisphere, was just chilling on Fifth Avenue.
What happens when you take a bird that had been in a cage for his whole life and you just let him go?
After 13 years in captivity, Flacco suddenly had to adapt to the concrete jungle, which, despite his 6-foot wingspan,
when he first got out, he could barely fly 2 blocks without stalling. Then, days later, even in his first week of freedom, he was flying a quarter mile at a time.
Soon, avid birders like David Barrett here were going looking for Flacco every night.
He's just so beautiful.
But sometimes, he would just come to you. I spoke with ABC News producer Mike Mendelson about his favorite pastime during that first winter.
I would sit on my couch and just listen to Flacco calling, "Oh, oh."
Sadly, after a year with tattoos and murals, this inspirational figure passed away after colliding with a building, possibly due to ingesting rat poison.
I walked up to him and kind of looked him in the eye.
But now his story is being heard once again, told by the city who was in total awe.
I knew the film was going to end up being kind of a chorus or a mosaic because he touched so many different kinds of New Yorkers.
The documentary is called Wild Inside, and it will screen in more than 60 theaters across the country starting next week. In New York, for ABC News, I'm Danny New.
Danny New gets all the cool stories, and our director Josh said the story is a real hoot. Get it? Okay. Well, now to some music news about arguably the most popular group in the world right now, and why they might not be at the Grammys next year. BTS will not be submitting their most recent album, a ring ring, for Grammys consideration next year. I gotta ask my goddaughter, Laura, how do you pronounce that? All 7 members of the group issued the same statement on their social media pages. It reads in part, quote, "We hope our music can be heard and loved for what it is rather than being divided by region or language." This comes after the Recording Academy announced a new category just over a month ago, the Best Asian Pop Performance category. So I guess they don't like that being, singled out into their own, into a different category, perhaps. So they wanted everybody to be in the same, or unity, I guess. Well, Tom Holland and Zendaya braved the heat wave at the Spider-Man brand new day premiere in London Wednesday evening. The final stop on the global press tour for the big movie. The premiere brings to an end a whirlwind international campaign with appearances in Los Angeles, Tokyo, Seoul, and Paris, where the stars have promoted the latest chapter in the blockbuster Spider-Man franchise. Florence Pugh and Marissa Tomei also walked the carpet at the premiere alongside director Destin Daniel Crichton. Holland returns as Peter Parker in the first Spider-Man film since No Way Home, with Zendaya reprising her role as MJ. The film comes out tomorrow. I can't wait to watch it. That's going to be good. I love Spider-Man, and of course the love story between Parker and MJ. So we'll see how that goes. We'll also see how the weather goes. Of course, it's July, so we know that heat is somewhere up in there. But pleasant end of July. We'll take that. Dry conditions Friday. Okay. Not bad, especially for this time of year. But Jenna has a look at what's coming our way for this weekend. Stay tuned.
At Queen City Home.
Think you've heard everything on your favorite show? On Family Ties, ever notice how Alex doesn't really sound like he's from Ohio?
Me?
Like he's from...
Tomorrow morning. Sorry, Mom. Sorry about that. Oh, I'm sorry.
Alex, it's sorry.
Sorry.
Okay, all right, I'm sorry.
From, Canada. Maybe that's because Michael J. Fox is from Canada, eh?
Tomato.
Take a closer look and listen at Antenna TV. Antenna TV.
Jared, I want to do an asparagus. Brandon and I want to do pasta.
Gentlemen, gentlemen, no need for a quarrel. We can do both.
Going down on your hometown kitchen.
Your Hometown Kitchen, Friday at 12:30 on News Channel 6.
Follow News Channel 6 on Instagram.
Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back and happy Thursday. We do have some hazy sunshine for us today. This is our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam in McDuffie County. Still seeing that haze because of wildfires that are actually all the way up in the Pacific Northwest, and that smoke is being transported down here in the southeast. But other than that, not a bad end to the month. We're sitting at 93 degrees. It's certainly not as hot or humid as it could be. Dew points are in the upper 50s. Our humidity is around 30%, and winds are coming out of the north. So around the CSRA, 88 in Washington, 89 in Crawfordville and Saluda. Bamberg, you're at 92, 90 in Waynesboro, and 91 in Millen. Now, you can see here on satellite and radar that we have a stalled frontal boundary to the south of us. Scattered showers and storms are occurring along it and down in the Florida Peninsula. But here in the CSRA, it's nice and quiet. We have all of this dry air moving in behind the cold front. It's pretty rare to see those fronts make it down to the south of us during this time of the year. So we'll soak it up and take it all day long. You can see as we look at our back-to-school forecast for tomorrow, it's going to be a pretty good start. We're going to be in the upper 60s for a change, so cooler than normal. And then as we get into the afternoon, cooler than normal as well, topping off in the lower 90s. The key difference will be the humidity, though. So notice those high temperatures are pretty close to average. It just won't be feeling nearly as hot as it could be because of those dew points still on the lower side. Low 60s, and then as we get into Friday afternoon and evening, we'll start to see a little bit more moisture creep into our southern lying counties. You can see that by around 6 o'clock in the evening, dew points getting back into the 70s. But for the most part, we'll have dew points around 65 tomorrow, then up to the 70-degree mark on Saturday. So more moisture will be moving in over the weekend, resulting in some higher rain chances. So 50% on Saturday and Monday, a 70% chance of rain on Sunday. And notice for the month of July, certain places in the CSRA did get a decent amount of rainfall, while Augusta Busch Field only picked up less than 2.5 inches of rain. So that does put us in a pretty significant deficit for the month of July. So we could use more rainfall as we begin August. And it looks like we have a pretty good chance of that. So for the rest of tonight through tomorrow, we're keeping it dry with the stationary front to the south of us. Winds still coming out of the north. We'll see a little bit more cloud cover tomorrow evening. And other than just a stray shower in our southeastern counties because of a sea breeze front, we're going to keep it dry. But then Saturday morning, some cloud cover with this warm front on the way. Scattered showers are expected Saturday evening. I'm not expecting severe weather, but some rumbles of thunder and lightning possible. And then more widespread rain Sunday morning. And we'll be watching this cold front that'll move in Sunday evening into Monday, bringing, you guessed it, more rain chances. So once again, we will have that higher rain chance at 50% on Monday, 30% on Tuesday. High temperatures cooling down even more into the upper 80s to low 90s. Then some lower rain chances as we go into the following weekend. We'll be right back.
So let me take you back to meet the team.
The red tie? It's not a dress code thing. It's a reminder of the man who started it all, George Sink. A reminder that for 50 years, we've stood with people when they needed help most.
What's with all the red ties? It's kind of our thing.
50 years of experience, 50 years of strength. If you're injured, think Sink.
We're celebrating America's 250th birthday with great deals during the Gerald Jones Ford Freedom to Drive event. And every vehicle purchase comes with a $250 gas card on us. Get 0% APR, 0 payments for 90 days, and $1,000 toward your down payment on select new Ford vehicles, or $12,000 in savings off MSRP on a new F-150. That's right, a $250 gas card with any vehicle purchase. Stop by now or shop online at GeraldJonesFord.com. Gerald Jones Ford, where you always get a great deal and a great deal more.
News Channel 6. Think you've seen everything on your favorite show? What's that in Johnny Carson's hand that you always see? No, it's not a drumstick, although Johnny often pretends it is. It's a pencil.
Do that pencil thing again. Great.
But just no ordinary pencil. It has 2 erasers.
2 erasers.
That's right. Guess Johnny won't be writing a lot of jokes with those. Take a closer look at Antenna TV.
Community is the way we find our strength
and share our hope. It's the way dinner on the table brings a family closer together. It's the way we make sure his first chapter book is the first step on his path to greatness. It's the way we rally in hard times and rise back up stronger than ever. United is the way we come together so everyone can thrive. Join us at unitedway.org.
Go with the most accurate and most trusted, the Live Viper 6 mobile app. Download it today.
Be the first to know with the Live Viper 6 mobile app.
A life of service began with a heart. And congratulations. That's all the time we have for this half hour. We'll have more coverage you can count on coming up next at 6. We'll be right back.
The Live Viper 6 Neighborhood Network, powered by Tempest, is sponsored by Coleman Services. One name, two trades, no worries. Keep up with the weather in your hometown with the Live Viper 6 Neighborhood Network.
The advanced power of Tempest weather stations allows us to give you real-time hyper-local data.
From your hometown throughout the entire CSRA.
Here's your current temperatures powered by Tempest. Most of us in the CSRA in the 90s, but as we zoom into Screven County,
Count on the Live Viper 6 Neighborhood Network, powered by Tempest, sponsored by Coleman Services. One name, two trades, no worries.
Since 1973.